We would actually need the same battery production. We basically need to absorb the entire world's lithium-ion production.
According to recent reports, Tesla is apparently moving closer to realizing its long-awaited new Asian Gigafactory. But this time, it's in Indonesia rather than India, as was generally assumed. On May 19th, the Indonesian government announced an agreement with the electric car manufacturer Tesla located in the United States, although they did not offer a lot of information about the deal. But following Elon Musk's meeting with Indonesian President Joko Widodo, rumors began to spread that the firm would abandon its intentions to construct a production plant in India. So, why Indonesia? Welcome to the Tesla News Hangout. Today, we will look at the real reason Tesla is moving to Indonesia. Stay tuned as we look into this. Elon Musk was already scouring India and Indonesia for potential new sites to manufacture Tesla automobiles. And with the present volatility in the supply chain, access to resources is the most critical factor to consider. Before meeting with Indonesian President Joko Widodo and touring several parts of the country which produce nickel, a crucial metal for batteries, Musk pushed against India's tight restrictions on manufacturing and high import costs. Nickel is a vital metal for batteries. That is an astute gamble on the part of Tesla as well as Indonesia. And still, recent government initiatives in Indonesia have been aimed at luring electric vehicle and battery manufacturers to the country to help the country achieve its lofty goals for electric cars. It is hoped that the government will invest in the supply chain somehow. Also, because of the favorable legislation, manufacturers have started investing billions of dollars to support the country's goals for electric vehicles. Actually, it is projected that LG Energy Solution and other firms are investing a total of $9 billion in the country's supply chain. These investments would cover various activities, from mining to manufacturing. Additionally, the business is collaborating with Hyundai Motor Co. to build battery manufacturing. According to contemporary Amperex technology, the world's largest power pack maker, the cost of a battery project, including the state-owned companies PT Inka Tambang and PT Industri Baterai Indonesia, would be greater than $6 billion. This demonstrates how important it is to be close to the sources of raw materials used in production, as seen by the movement of enterprises involved in the EV supply chain to Southeast Asia. The previous year demonstrated to the logistics business that proximity is critical, proving to be one of the year's most important takeaways. Even when supply and demand worldwide appear to be in equilibrium, it is becoming ever more difficult, time-consuming, and stressful, not to mention expensive, to transport industrial goods around the world. Tesla is well aware of all of this information. It has created large production centers with the assistance of countries such as China and Germany, which are recognized for their industrial prowess and rules that would help sell its autos. Despite the fact that the corporation is having difficulty producing electric vehicles in the United States, it has managed to grow its share of the global market. Instead of owning mines and venturing into a different sector of the economy, the corporation is now concentrating its efforts on procuring raw materials and establishing its own production procedures for batteries. So Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla, is known for not resting until he finds a solution to any problems that arise throughout the production process. To phrase it another way, Tesla is currently in the process of establishing its own supply chains all around the world. It is improbable that automobile manufacturers would have traveled all the way to Indonesia. In a good year, the country can produce around 1 million automobiles, the vast majority of which are tiny vehicles manufactured by Japanese manufacturers. The sales of electric cars make up a very small portion of the overall auto market and are much outpaced by those in China and the United States. And despite the efforts of the government to transform Jakarta, the nation's capital, and Bali, a popular tourist destination, into model cities for greener transportation, the terrain of the country makes it an unfavorable location for electric car charging stations and other types of infrastructure connections. Hence, it is quite doubtful that the sales of Tesla vehicles in Indonesia will have much of an effect. But despite these hurdles, the government is using the resources it already possesses, creating a favorable climate for electric vehicle businesses and telling the proper story to attract large-scale investment. Therefore, Indonesia will be in a position to take pride in its battery manufacturing supply chain on a global scale, an accomplishment even the United States of America is vying in these modern times. It's just a matter of time until people start taking note of private investment in the production of batteries. In the meanwhile, India has not yet made a decision about whether or not it would eliminate tariffs. even though it is not a secret that the political leaders in that nation are anxious to coax Tesla to relocate to their country. The Minister of Road Transport in India, Nitin Gadkari, believes India will benefit from Tesla as a manufacturing location. But there is currently no evidence that can provide light on how Tesla can successfully penetrate the market. So, because of all the challenges, it is unclear whether or not Tesla will ever penetrate the Indian market. But let's give it some thought, shall we? So, setting up manufacturing facilities is the last thing businesses want to deal with now. This is especially true in light of the challenges they have in procuring product components and dealing with logistics and expensive shipping charges. And the progress made in developing electric vehicles has been erratic and unclear. For instance, the Toyota Motor Corporation of Japan, one of the world's largest automakers, has vowed to spend $624 million on manufacturing EV-related components through its present companies in India. However, it is unclear who will acquire these components in the future. Even one of the most well-known automakers in India, Maruti Suzuki India Limited, does not plan to produce electric vehicles before the year 2025. And to crown it all, by imposing an excessively large number of laws and charging punitive taxes, India has made it financially unfeasible for businesses to invest in its market. And on the other side, since a long time ago, Indonesia has been offering a variety of financial incentives to businesses that invest in producing electric cars and batteries. The nation that is home to the world's greatest nickel reserves is working toward the establishment of a whole supply chain with the intention of producing battery chemistry from the metal itself rather than exporting it. Hence, deals worth multiple billions of dollars have been struck with companies in South Korea and China to exploit its nickel deposits. So Musk, who had previously indicated Tesla's plan to debut its electric vehicles in the nation, claims that India has the world's highest import tariffs by a significant margin. Actually, India is the only country in the world to have such high import charges. India imposes an import tax of 60% on electric vehicles with a value of less than $40,000, but the tax rate rises to 100% for automobiles with a price tag lower than that threshold. According to reports in the media, unnamed official sources inside the Indian government have stated that Tesla is free to use the production-linked incentive PLI window to manufacture electric vehicles in India. They assert that the businessman is trying to exert pressure on India to reduce its import duties without committing to manufacturing in India. Hence, in light of the fact that Tesla intends to create a factory in Indonesia, it is not apparent if the government of that nation would suddenly consider Tesla to be a viable investment. Nitin Gadkari, the Minister of Road Transport in India, said that Tesla might benefit from manufacturing in India. On the other hand, New Delhi has stated that it does not want to import Tesla autos assembled in China. While it is unclear whether or not the government of India will alter its stance to make it more appealing for international businesses to invest in the country, India is in the running for the top spot. For the time being, it is concentrating its efforts on the domestic manufacturing industry. In addition, it has initiated the PLI program, which offers monetary incentives to manufacturers that meet their output goals. So, if Tesla catches wind of this, would the company continue with its plans to construct a local facility in Indonesia? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel Tesla News Hangout, where we talk about Elon Musk, Tesla, and SpaceX while you're at it. Hit the bell so you never miss any of our videos, as more exciting ones like this are on the way. I'll see you at the next one.
For at least a booster engine which is high pressure.